So the ultimate goal is to create a bystander society, and this is where the majority of people are passive about the worst things happening in society, looking away, ignoring it, and minimizing its impact. And later they will say they didn't know. First, you censor information. And that's the only way you can shape the narrative. It's important to let people not know that the information is censored. They need to think they have the full picture. The best way to have a person not escape a prison cell is by not letting them know they are in one. Next, you need to manipulate education. Ban books, disallow certain topics to be talked about. Educated people will question you. Also create the sentiment that education is somehow bad. Next is propaganda. Doesn't have to be the truth, just important that people believe it and they can't look it up. It should of course also make you look good. Doesn't matter if you overdo it. I mean, what are they supposed to do? And if people disagree, you just threaten them. And as humans have this little annoying thing called empathy, make sure you do everything to avoid people feeling it. Dehumanize your opposition by avoiding every term that might make them look likable. Use the most vile words you know and create the narrative that danger is present with these people around. Remember, they are illegal, they are criminal, and they're the bad guys. The us versus them mindset needs to be in everybody's head. A good way is to just isolate communities. Next, laws. Just straight up make it illegal to be against you or just to question you. Make it illegal to be an opponent. Make your opponent's life as hard as possible. No. Get rid of your opponents. What if they protest? What if they disagree? There's a little trick, just don't show it to everyone because the press listens to only you after all. Did it really happen when nobody saw it? Next, make sure you are protected. You know the whole thing where we can't be held accountable for whatever we do? Make the government decisions and influences impossible to understand and make it very intransparent because the last thing we now need is transparency. And then control every communication channel. Tell people to report their families and friends if they speak up against you. And this is how you create a bystander society that doesn't think that they can speak up, that doesn't believe that they have power. A society living in a climate of fear, eroded democracy, and that was stripped from any collective efficacy.